Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis Media once again. Welcome back to another video game review, and this time is going to be on NieR Automata, or NieR Automata. I think I like NieR Automata better, but you know what? Let's get into it now. This is a game that's actually a sequel to a game called NieR that was released on the PlayStation and Xbox 360, and fans enjoyed the game, but critics were kind of mixed on it. It was praised for its story, but its combat and gameplay really wasn't interesting. So Square Enix and Platinum Games decided to make a sequel to it. Or did Square? I know Square Enix helped with this game, but did they? I don't know. But the point is, I never played the first NieR game. So anyways, let's just talk about NieR Automata. Now, in the story, it's about this forsaken wasteland below that involves a war between the machines and androids, and it rages on. A war that is soon to unveil the long forsaken truth of this world. And you play as two characters, 2B and 9S, the two main androids that you play as, and you fight against the robots. And some of the robots want to make peace, some of them just want to cause mayhem, and it raises so many questions to so many players, and that's why it has one of the best video game stories I've heard in the entire decade. Now, let me explain something to you. 2017 was an awesome year for games. There were so many awesome games that I missed out on so many of them. You already know Persona 5 was one of them, and I'm basically in love with that game. I have so much merchandise now. I got 2 more Ghana plushes that I like to use in skits of the videos. And I feel so bad. I slapped myself in the face for not playing it so many times in 2017. But, you know, I put games like Destiny 2, The Evil Within 2, South Park Fractured But Wholes. Those were great games, but they weren't as good as that game. And I put all those games on my best of 2017 list. This game definitely deserves it. I feel bad for not playing this game as well. This game was awesome. I didn't love it quite as much as Persona 5, though, but this game definitely deserves the title Game of the Year Edition or Game of the Year Edition. Even though there were a few games I liked a little bit more in this, but this would probably definitely be top 5 best games of 2017. First off, the gameplay in this, unlike the first game, is so freaking good. It is so much fun. You can use hack and slash and both run and gun mechanics. There are times in the game where you take like a flight section and you just like shoot everything down, kind of like a running gun where you just do nothing but shoot everything down. And you're in like this semi-open world environment, and everything looks absolutely gorgeous, running at 60 frames per second. It was great playing as these two characters. They are awesome, and as the game progresses, their relationship and the way they talk to each other during parts of the game, it just gets so emotional, especially towards the end, that I'm obviously not going to spoil for you, but it's just really easy to get invested in this, and it's a game that I think people are going to be talking about a lot. And this is a game that critics loved a lot more than the first game, and I feel like this is a game that audiences, well, this isn't a movie, it's a game that players, I think are just going to have such fun time talking about with one another. It's just so amazing. Platinum Games is known for their epic hack and slash adventures, and the hack and slash combat in this is so rewarding and so much fun. There are multiple side quests to make the story even longer. Although the game in total, like the story time is like 12 hours long, 20 hours if you want to do like all the side missions and stuff. It took me like 21 hours or 12 hours for my first playthrough, as I just wanted to rush through the game like I usually do. But here's the catch though. If you start a new game, okay, in your first playthrough, you play as 2B, who is most known for hacking and slashing, and in your second playthrough, which is like the B side, it's kind of like Resident Evil-ish sections, where in your second playthrough you can play as 9S, who is best known for his hacking. Although when you do play those two parts, they're kind of the same. You do the same side missions. Nothing really changes except you go in the position as where the character progresses. Like there's a difference. Sometimes you know what? I'm just not going to get into it because I would just be spoiling it too much. And I want you guys to experience this game for yourself. Like it's really hard to spoil anything here, but what's really great about this game is that the robots actually do have emotions, and you really do feel for them, and you just feel so bad for hurting them because sometimes they can just be so adorable, and you do not want to hurt them at all, but you have to in order to rank up, so you can get like your RPG skills, so you can level up, so you can make it through the game. Another thing I must mention: the soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack! It is so good. Oh my god, the soundtrack is so good. It's such a beautiful. It fits the game so well. Like, there's this part where you're like in this carnival and this music plays and there's like a parade going on. It just feels so gorgeous. It's stuck in my head, and it's the type of music that you usually wouldn't hear at a parade, but it just sounds so good. Like, you have to go on YouTube and listen to the soundtrack. It is one of the best soundtracks of this decade for video games. It's probably my favorite soundtrack of 2017. It fits in the game so well. Square Enix and Platinum Games have done a great job putting this game together, and it just you can get so many weapons. You can upgrade your weapons. There's multiple side quests. You can get like certain collectibles to help you on your journey. This is why I love single player games. Most of them manage to, they don't just focus on the gameplay, they focus on the story and the characters. It has a fantastic story, a fantastic soundtrack, great gameplay. One thing though is the map is kind of confusing a little bit. Like when I was doing certain, kind of like one of my issues with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, even though I never reviewed that game. But sorry if I accidentally tapped the microphone, but the map just kind of looks a little bit ugly, and it's kind of hard to tell where I'm going sometimes. But nonetheless, that's pretty much one of my only main complaints, other than the fact that when I played the second time, it's pretty much the same, only I get to play as 9S and go through his story. But all in all, the game was totally worth it. It's beautiful to look at. It had so much emotion. It has heart to it. It is dramatic. It has some really fun bosses. And one thing though is that when I first played the game, I was like starting at the beginning, but I died like 30 minutes in, and I went all the way back to the beginning because you can't save until you beat like the first mission, which kind of irritated me. But you know what? The game never felt challenging, probably because I was on the lowest difficulty. Also, you can use like this chip so you don't have to like fight. The game can just fight on its own to help you out, but I barely had to do that because that's basically cheating. But you know what? I'm just gonna stop right here because I don't want to spoil anything else for you guys. Just buy the game. It's like $40 right now. Would it be nice if this got on the Switch? Probably. But if there is NieR 3 and they make it even better, then hey, sign me up because this game is amazing. I love it so much. I'm so glad I got to play it. But it's a shame, just like Persona 5, I got to play it later after 2017 ended. But hey, I make mistakes. But hey, you know what? I'm just glad I got to play it, and I'm glad I got to talk about it for you guys. NieR Automata gets a 4.5 out of 5. So yeah, guys, play the game if you have a PS3, PC, Xbox One, any of those systems. Then just play the game. It's easily probably one of Platinum Games' absolute best games, right behind Bayonetta 2. But it's just so good. You have to play it, and just play it. You're gonna love it. I guarantee it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad I got to talk about another great video game for you guys, and I still have more that I want to talk about later down the road. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.